Hello everyone, beautiful, beautiful artists. I had something fun I wanted to share with you. And there was actually a lot of interesting things about this kit, this paint set. So I'm kind of excited to share with you. So this is a watercolor set. It's 128 colors. It's made by Lightwish. And it's definitely a student grade paint. I will say that. I couldn't find a lot of information as far as light fastness and those things, but I'm going to share with you what I found. It's got some really cool things. It's like, well, it's 128 colors, which is kind of cool. And it's got metallics, it's got neons, it's got, or fluorescent colors. I think it's 44 metallic, 6 fluorescent, and 78 just regular colors. So let's open it up and let me show you. So the first thing is I really like this set it comes in. I think that's really cool because I travel with my paints all the time. So for me, this is a good feature. So I like that. And it hooks really well. I like that. It comes with 10 pieces of papers, which what I actually like about this is they're long. That's always really fun to paint on. And then it's got your swatch sheet, which I went ahead and did. So these are all the colors, your metallics, look at those neons, aren't those fun? And then your regular colors. So 128 colors. The metallics are pretty metallic-y. The neon's definitely neon-y. And then you've got your basic colors here, which I think it was good. They've got dark browns. They've got lots of greens and blues. Look at all those reds, pinks, red violets. So they've got a lot of great choices in here. So I think they did really well on that. The hot press, I don't use hot press. I think you get 10 pieces, but I do play with it and I have been using it more. So again, I think the size here is kind of cool and fun. So I'm going to paint on that today. Not going to use my Artisto. I want to use the paper they gave us. So let's open it up, which again, I like this, really portable, can fit right into whatever bag you might put it in. And then here's your paints. So the first thing I had noticed is, and some of these things are not going to be things that matter to you. They're things that I appreciate. So I'm going to point them out to you for that. 1 second, let me grab something. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. So it came with this plastic shield, which I'm going to tell you guys for traveling, I think is great because I can't tell you how many times my paints have fallen out and they're all over the place or they leak all over. So since you have paints on both sides, this can kind of go in between and I think could protect it. So, you know, that's a little thing. To me, it's kind of a big thing. For traveling, you get this little sponge. Don't know if I'd ever use it, but you know me, I love playing with sponges, so I'd probably do something with it. You have an eraser here, which is really soft. They give you a pencil. I don't know if it's a number 2 or what it is. It's unmarked, but you get a pencil, which I like that because everything's right in here. You've got your eraser. Really interesting to me. Guess what's in here, you guys? I was laughing to myself because, you know, I've been telling beginners to get these brushes forever. It's a dugato. It's a dugato number 3. So, you know, I'm a fan of the dugato. They'll probably only last you a year, but they're a great brush. So I was laughing to myself that they had one of those in here. You get this other brush, which is unmarked. It's a little bit bigger than the dugato 3. And I actually really liked it. You also get this quill brush, which I haven't used, hadn't even opened it. It's got this stiffening on it, so I'm going to get that off. So it's like a quill brush and probably holds a ton of water. So that's kind of a good one. And look at all these paints. One thing I will tell you, these aren't even half pans. I'm not sure what size they are, maybe quarter pans. They remind me of, remember that gum that you used to eat when you were a kid and it was little tiny rectangles? That's what it reminded me of. Anyways, I digress. So you have an awful lot of different colors here. I'll tell you one thing, like with these brushes, it's great because this brush is little. I can see me, let me get these wet so I can paint with them for you. The pans are kind of small. So like, you know what I love too is I love this short handle. Love, love, love. I wish I could find more brushes with short handles. I dig that. That is really great. If I was to use this big brush, it might be a little bit difficult to get into these tiny pans, but I love the brush. And if you were taking your paint from here to maybe a watercolor palette, you'd be fine, but just something to think about. This brush also had that short handle, which I love. I think I'm going to write them and ask them what brushes these are because I've never seen a handle this short. And I like the shorter handle. So I did do a little bit of practice with these, but I'm going to paint with them for you. They were a little bit light, not quite as vibrant as they look in here, but I love them. And you know what, you guys, let me tell you, for a student, this would be perfect. And I would even travel with these. If I was just kind of painting, having fun, I would use these. They were quite transparent. I felt like I had to put a lot of paint on the brush to get, you know, that really saturated look, which I don't paint with a lot anyway. So anyways, that's what I felt about that. But look at all the colors. They have a lot of really fun, beautiful colors. And I'll probably use some of these for my cards this year. So let's go ahead and do a little painting here. These brushes almost look alike. Funny, the Dugato has obviously a little longer handle, but I really love this little one. I'm definitely going to write to them. So I'm going to play with the thick quill brush. It seems like a really nice brush. I don't know. Let's see. All right, let's play a little bit here. I think I'm going to use, let's see what color this is. So actually this brush is fitting in there quite nicely. And I'm going to paint one big flower here. I really like this quill brush, actually. Pretty cool. Let's go in and add maybe a little purple in there. A little bit more water. Yeah, I will definitely use this brush because it's got some great, I think I could really have fun with this brush. I'm kind of playing here because I want to see what it does. So let's go in and get some green. Let's see how I'm going to use there. It looks to me like sap green. I was laughing to myself too because some of these colors are kind of wonky. Like they didn't really match what the color was, they said. Thought that was kind of fun. I was like, wait, this says it's a light green. So, you know, you have to kind of work with that a little bit. Let's see how it does with some. So this is getting an ultra, ultra, ultra fine, tiny point, but yet I could get a ton of water with this. So I'm going to use this like that. And then, ooh, you guys, you know what? I think I'm a fan here. I think I'm really liking this brush. Look at that. Some little rose petals. Yeah, I like that. Let's play with, let me rinse out. Definitely gonna have to figure out what brush that is. Love the short handle. Okay, so let's, this is pretty fine. This 3, they almost look identical. So it's kind of funny that they put this one in there, but let's see, let's go in for some neons here. This is a purple neon. And I'm going to make a little, let's make a rose. So we'll do the center. Now, a lot of times neon doesn't flow quite as well, so we'll see here. I think it's doing pretty good. I'm going to add some more water. Yeah, I don't think it's doing bad. I do notice it dries a little quicker though, and that could be the paper, to be honest. That may not even be the paint, maybe just the way the paper is. So I'm going to add some more water. I was able to kind of water it down. So, you know, this would be, I would absolutely, without a doubt, buy this for my little ones, my grandkids. I think they would love this. And then next, let's take a look at those neons. So rinsing my brush here, create this green. And I would actually use this just for play. Now see, I can't get quite as big a leaf shape as that big old quill. There we go. Okay, let's play with the neons. Let's see. Where are they? Here they are. But this is a totally cool play set. I like having a ton of colors. Let's pick up some of that neon pink. Now this, you know, cover your eyes. This might be really blinding, right? And let's go here. Ooh, that's a pretty pink. It's a real pastel-y pink. Definitely a pastel pink. Now, if you notice, a lot of these are kind of bright, but the first ones I used didn't feel quite as bright. Felt like I had to keep going in and dipping in. I'm going to grab some of that brown. So there's your neon. Let's check out some of those metallics. I think they're calling these glitter paint. So let's try that one. So funny. I always go for the same colors, you guys. Sheesh, some things never change. Okay. I wanted to really load my brush here and see how dark I could get, because I feel like it's a little bit hard to get as saturated, but that went pretty well. Let's try and blend in some purple. Let me use this purple. Yeah, not too bad. Let's use the green. So this is one of the colors that doesn't come out real dark. You kind of are going to have to put quite a bit of pigment on your brush. But you know what, seriously guys, like this is a great little fun palette you could use for practices. I mean, I wouldn't do like a commission because they don't have that light fastness. I couldn't even find the light fastness rating, but they are beautiful. I mean, look at these fun colors. And they're perfect if you have a new little artist in your family. I think these would be perfect. I mean, I will definitely be playing with these. So there's a few flowers. Let's see their transparency, like if you could kind of glaze. I'm going to go for, let's see, what two colors could we use? We'll go with blue and purple. I feel like I'm on a real blue and purple kick lately. So let's just test out. I'm going to try and lighten that up. So there's a dark value. Now let me add some water. and start pulling that out and see. It gets a nice transition there. I like that. So that was quite nice. Let's see how they mix. Put some blue in there. Yeah, they do pretty well. So there you go. They blended together. They're not grainy. What else could we try here? How about a wet and wet? Let's do a purple. I'm trying to get away from purples, you guys, and reds and pinks, and it's like I'm obsessed. So we'll do a petal here, point press. Now I'm on hot press paper too, so that really, for me, makes a difference. Let's put in some blue there. Because for me, I can't get things to blend as well and flow on hot press. It kind of just puddles and sits, but look how pretty that is. Let's do another little leaf here, point press, going the wrong way here. So they are flowing together. Oh, I got a drip there. So isn't that brush kind of cool? And I believe this set is $32. So you know what? I'd almost just buy it for the brushes, seriously, and to play with this. Let's get a green. I've used Lightwish before, and they're always a fun palette. If you just strictly want to have fun, I think they're a great palette. Definitely have the fun factor. So there you go. Let's see what happens if we put a little, oh, well, I just did a big drip in there, but look at how cool. That's the perfect example of an oops, but look at how cool it made it. Let's drop into the center there. Let's see, what color should we drop in? Maybe let's go with this. I don't even know what color this is. I'm just gonna grab it. Looks like a dark blue. So that's kind of fun. Look at that. And look how nice of a wash it made. So there you go. And then here's this brush. I love that brush. I think I'm going to be having a lot of fun. Look at how much area you can cover with that. Love it. Very soft, but gets that really, really sharp point, which I love. And, you know, so I don't typically use a soft brush. Soft brushes, to me, I never use with my beginners because they're a little bit harder to control that water in because they pick up so much water and hold so much water. So I always go for the stiffer brush, but they're blending quite well here. So I like that. So there you go. I hope you'll think about this. This would be great Christmas presents. That's how I would use this. And kids or beginner artists, look at all the colors they would have to choose from. My kids would freak out over this. And especially if you were traveling somewhere with them, they have everything here. The pencil, the brush, the paints, an eraser, sponges. Look at all the colors. I mean, and it all just folds up. They've also got these great metallics. I do like the metallics. And the neons, don't know if I'd ever use those, but that's just me. But I like all of the other pigments. So I think this is, you know, for the money, I think this is a great deal. And I love that they put a whole kit together with paper and everything. I think definitely if I had kids, I would get them this. And for me, I'm going to use this when I'm just traveling and want to just kind of sit down on a hike and paint a little. So there you go. I also, again, I love this paper. I love this shape of paper. I think that's really, really fun. I love painting landscape like that. Can you imagine a cool mountain scene with some hills and little flowers? That's probably what I'll paint next with this. So anyway, there you go, you guys. I hope you give this a try. I think you'd like it, and I will talk to you soon. Happy painting.